What's up guys, welcome to Blake's Garage. Today I got some E30 content for you. We're gonna fix some things. So we're in the E30 and we're looking at this little guy right here. I have a problem with my fuel pump. I thought it was the wiring going to the fuel pump, so I like directly connected it to the relay. That seemed to help until the pump just kind of gave out, and now it's not making any more noise or anything like that. So first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and just check the wiring again. You do have to crank over the car when checking the positive. However, you can check the ground as well. The other thing that I'm going to replace is this little guy right here, this connector. These connectors, they don't make anymore, and mine is just like a little bit, well, it's just a little bit loose. When I was driving along, I had a couple times where it cut out. I touched it and it seemed to make a difference, and it seemed to like kind of help. So yeah, we're replacing that with one of these guys right here, which I think this is for like a fog light. They don't make that part anymore, so I'm using this. Got it from CA Tune from Igor, and we're gonna shove that on there, and that makes a nice and firm connection. So we're gonna resplice those wires as well. But first, well, we gotta get the fuel pump out of here. So let's get to replacing that. I got a brand new one. This guy right here in the foam. We're gonna have to do a little bit of modification. I think this is a Dishworks, forget what number. That's the part number on this little guy right here. This is the one I'm using. Got that from CA Tuned as well. So let's go ahead and rip into this thing. We'll disconnect some fuel lines, have some towels ready. Don't have any sort of ignition source, being a light, being it like a drill with the brushes on a drill. Anything like that, because you could make some fire. So put on some gloves and let's get down to it. So now I'm just gonna check this wire for a ground right here. This is the brown one. It should be grounded because it should be negative, so it should ground to the chassis. So I'm just gonna stab this in. You can hear it beep in there, and it's a direct short. So we know the ground is good, so that's great. When I hook that up, the brown wire is gonna go back to it, and then the positive is going to be the green in the purple, this little guy right here. So that has two different colors. I'll splice that together. The right side over here, right side there, is the positive side of the connection. So see the little clip here, that little clip on the top. This side here is the positive, and this side here is the negative. You do want to check this on your particular vehicle though. It even looks like you could possibly rebuild this clip if you wanted to take it apart and kind of just squeeze it together, so that could be another option as well. But this one's pretty old, it's kind of broken and stuff, so I'm gonna toss that. That just slides out there. There's 3 prongs on that one. Is for your fuel tank cinder. Let's go ahead and disconnect that one, kind of place it somewhere where it's not going to get in the way. Now we're going to go ahead and disconnect the fuel line right here. So probably won't be too much fuel coming out of here, just for the reasoning that I don't think there was that much pressure, and it pretty much sucked down all the gas. Just a little bit of fuel, not too much. Get a rag, kind of clean that up. Let's take an 8mm right here. We're gonna take out the sending unit. Now that we got that out, we can pull the sending unit out of here, that we got all the screws off. So this is gonna tell you your gas fuel level. That just pops right out the top. There will be a bit of gas on that paper towel or something, just to kind of catch the leaks on it. Now that I got that out, I'm just gonna go ahead and twist the sending unit. Yeah, and now I can get the fuel pump out nice and easy. Just kind of keep that O-ring right there. There's the fuel pump. Not sure if this has ever been replaced. I've never replaced it personally, so I don't really know on that. Well, it's got a big, long piece there. I don't know if the new one's like that, so I'm gonna assume this is an old one. I don't know. There is what I want to say is the original fuel pump. I don't know. It does look like it kind of has like the original connections and stuff, so we'll say that's an original fuel pump. You know otherwise, then let me know on there. And then here's the fuel cinder right here. That is for the gauge cluster. Yeah, pretty cute. This is a late model BMW. If you have an early model, you'll have an external pump on the car. where it's kind of underneath. So let's get this thing taken apart and we'll replace the pump. Oh, the new pump's got a bag of goodies. It has the new little pickup piece, so we're gonna replace that on the new pump. New little wiring harness that's gonna go into the new fuel pump, so we got that. Important here, we got the little splice butt connectors, so we're gonna crimp those on. The Wolbro fuel pump, GSS 341, made in the USA. That's what we got here. As you can see, we're gonna retrofit it and make it fit where this one fit. So positive and negative wires, go ahead and just take those off real quick. I have to make sure that this little pickup piece right here, this little like pre-filter deal, I have to make sure that that goes down the same amount that this one goes down. It looks like I'm going to have to remove this, because if I don't remove this, it's going to get in the way of, well, this little pump piece right here, or this little piece connecting on. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Now I just kind of have to figure out how much I got to trim off of the original. I'll cut the hose to where it's got a nice good connection, and then place it back in there. So a little bit of modification. Here we go. Squeeze it right back here while pushing in. Push in and squeeze. Boom. I need this piece to come out right at this little area right here. So I'm gonna have to cut this. I'm just gonna have to modify it that way this doesn't get popped off, because that's really important to have a nice good seal right here. So I'm just gonna cut the front, and I think that'll pretty much be it. What I did is I shaved a little bit of rubber off this piece so that I could get it slipped in here. And now this has a good solid connection. It's not gonna pop off. Went ahead and spliced these on, got this hose clamp all clamped down. You wanna have the orientation, like this, to where the bigger opening, it's coming out this direction. If you don't, what's gonna happen is it's gonna interfere with the fuel cylinder here. As you can see, slip the fuel cylinder in right now, and boom, it's not gonna have any issue there. So that is good. That's what we want. Perfect. So we got the cylinder back in there. Good to go. I'm gonna use this new little connector right here that I picked up from CA Tuned. And then I'm gonna just like shove it on here. The right hand side is the positive, the left is the negative. Just using these little butt splice connectors. Okay, we're cool on that. I'm gonna go ahead and just replace the this little fuel filter real fast outside, just because I haven't done it and it needs replaced. All right guys, moment of truth. Does not go on key. You gotta crank over the car to make it go. So let's see what happens. I think I hear the fuel pump. Oh, I hear it. I hear it going. It's almost there. Oh, oh yes. I can hear it humming. We're good to go. So that is awesome. Totally stoked to have the car fixed. Sweet guys, I hope you liked that little video. We will talk to you soon. Make sure to subscribe later and wrench on.